What's up everybody, Jordan here, back with another video for Stoltz Farm. Today is kind of the first attempt at harvest. I'll talk a little bit about that today. I was in Vegas for a work trip for the last several days and now back here on the farm. So we'll get going with some more farm videos, all good stuff. This is certainly a busy time of year once it gets dry enough, and that's kind of what we're going to be testing out today. But the big question of the video being, is it dry enough to combine some wheat today? Find out in today's video. Let's get started. So yes, I am heading out right now, and we're actually gonna go test some wheat, which is pretty neat. In fact, combine's right here ahead of me, and I'm gonna come out and give a ride to test a sample most likely, and just kind of see what's going on with this wheat combining situation. We have a lot of rain coming on Wednesday, and it's Monday today, so we definitely can't cut anything with the swather, and we even possibly need to be careful of what we get into for combining. So this wheat is some that we did spray along the edges and everything, so it should be a little bit drier than everything else we have. This was one of the first fields that we planted. I think this was the first field that we planted for wheat. I'll let you guys know if it's dry enough. We'll see. This is always kind of the part of harvest that feels like it takes forever, because you're kind of dabbling and playing with the idea of harvesting. Especially with rain, you're kind of not sure what you should get into. So stay tuned. This could be the first day of harvest. Cross our fingers. You'll find out pretty soon. We're gonna test the moisture and sample some wheat here. It is Monday, August 12th. Well, it's definitely too wet. It was like 19% moisture, which is way too wet. We want it more like under 15, ideally. 13 or 14 would be cool. So we got a long ways to go. Tomorrow's gonna be hot and it's gonna be windy, which is gonna help it dry out a little bit, but then rain the next day. So we might not get to wheat for a little bit of time. It's kind of looking like. I'll keep you guys updated on that and probably continue this video through there. Today we're kind of doing some more servicing type things because the wheat's not quite ready to go. Grain cart behind me, clean this out, hook it up, get this ready to roll. Whenever combining does go, we'll have the grain cart hooked up and ready. And we're also going to service the 9760, which is the other combine that's not out there currently. That one's all ready to go, obviously, because we tested it out. 9760 still needs some greasing, which there's not too many ones that need to be done, but we'll grease it, we'll get the header on, we'll calibrate the header so it does the whole height adjustment and everything correctly, and kind of go from there and see what else we need to do to be ready for when it does go, because it's not ready quite yet. Folks, the 97.7 is out here in the field. It's actually like a week later. Rain, wet weather, the wheat being pretty far from where we wanted it, about 5 points off of where we really want it. And we tried it yesterday and it kind of ended up around like 14 something by the end of the day, and still too wet a couple hours ago. We're out here to try it now here at about 4 o'clock. So we're about to try the wheat again. I'm kind of letting this video stretch over the span of a couple weeks because it's the start of harvest video, you know. We want to see the beginning of harvest here. 9770 is about ready to get started. We'll see what the moisture reads. If we start combining, I don't know, I might just kind of run the grain cart around and do trucks and all that, or we might even get the 9760 out here as well. I'm not quite sure yet. It depends how dry it is. Stay tuned. Well, you saw the moisture tester. It was a little over 15. It is like 30 minutes later, so we're figuring it's drying off as the day goes on. The sun peeked out for a little bit. Kind of humid today, windy, which is helping, but the sun is kind of hiding behind the clouds a little bit. So we're going anyways. We're barely over 15. Under 15 is kind of where we want it. So figure it dries off as we go. Should be all right. Just don't want to get too much of this, as it's a little on the wet side compared to what we'll get in the coming days. So we only have one combine going. The 9770 is going, knocking out some of this stuff that we can find, some dry patches in here with the moisture tester in that combine. I'm in the grain cart with Piper. Fill up these two semis tonight, probably be good to go. That's kind of the plan right now. So grain cart duty it is. One combine going at it. Let's go. Harvest 2024. Folks, a few grain cart loads down already with this wheat field. He's kind of sticking to some of the stuff that he did end up spraying in this wheat field because that did turn a little bit quicker and it's not as wet. So the cart is kind of necessary today. We don't run the cart a ton. We usually just do two combines with trucks parked out in the field, but we are running the cart because the combine's kind of all over the place, getting those different spots and edges and everything. The plan is to just continue on for the rest of the evening. It's about 6:45 right now, 7. So, you know, it's probably gonna start getting actually kind of wet here in an hour. So we will probably wrap things up pretty shortly. And I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'm glad I waited this one out. I know the video kind of spanned over a long period of time. It started, I think, maybe Tuesday, and this is Tuesday, August 20 today. So it did spread over a good amount of time, but I'm glad I did it because we did officially start harvesting some wheat. I actually think we're gonna do barley tomorrow, and I'll definitely film a video for that too, as long as things are a go. We cut some barley and that's likely gonna be ready, plus we're getting rain on Thursday possibly. It may miss us, but if it does rain, we don't want that to get our swaths. So we are going to try to get those up, switch over to barley, knock some of that out, back to wheat. We're going to be hopping around a little bit. Canola's almost ready as well. That should be going by next week. So it's all kind of happening all of a sudden. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. We're well over 1,000 subscribers now on the YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. So continue to drive that number up by liking the video, commenting, subscribing if you're not, and that'll be it. Tune in next time, everyone. Take it easy.